Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to another show of Dynasty and Bust. I'm your host, Madonna. Um, I guess I'm so amped because there's so much stuff going on, especially when you have fantasy news and you need all the fantasy news. Um, Stuff is going crazy. We woke up this morning to LaShawn McCoy. You heard me right. LaShawn McCoy being cut. Right now, they said that his backup, Devin Singleton, is going to be his starter, which I picked him up in 2 leagues. Got him as a little bit of trade bait. But he is going to be his starter. They said he was a good player, but they did not expect him to kind of really take over. And he did. He took over McCoy's spot. And then Clowney gets traded to the Seahawks. Like, bam, bam. Two different things just happened like that instantly. So things are slowly coming out about the terms of that deal. Of course, Seahawks get Clowney, and then the Texans get a third-round pick, linebacker Jacob Martin, pass rusher Mingo. I just don't know if that was kind of worth the trade. The trade that Miami was given was better, but of course, Clowney did cut that. He was like, no, he's not going there. But it's been an interesting morning in the fantasy football world, NFL world. I wasn't here last week, and Andrew Luck was gone. Hey, Matt. Andrew Luck has been, decided to retire. That did hurt my top 10 and top 200 slots because we didn't see this coming, even though they said he's been in the talks with this management since probably around March is when they first heard the rumor. Yeah. So few things have happened since my last show. Right now, running back Josh Adams has been cut from the Eagles. That just happened. I have my Twitter up on another computer. So if I'm looking to the side, that's because so many things are coming out. I cannot keep up by myself. And I'm trying to watch comments at the same time and read everything. But Josh Adams, like I said, is gone. My Shane Ray is gone he went to Baltimore. Dotson, that was playing for Washington, he is gone. Vikings have released Treadwell, which he hasn't really done much of nothing since he came into the league. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. If you find any more stuff, message me, put it in the comments, let me know what is going on, because like I said, I'm doing a show. I can't keep up with everything, but I am trying. I am definitely trying. But I do want to talk about some rookies that you should keep an eye on. Like I stated earlier, Devin Singleton plays for the Bills. He is now going to, more likely, 99.9% sure that he is going to be the starter up in Buffalo. David Montgomery, he's another rookie running back for the Bears. He's from Iowa State. He forced the most missed tackles out of the 2019 class, so something to keep an eye on. Darrell Henderson, he's a good backup. He's going to be a backup to Gurley. Plays for the Rams. he led all the D1 running backs and carries with the average yards per carry with the average of 8.2. His career average is 8.2, but last year he did 8.9. He did play for Memphis um, for college. Josh Jacobs is another one for the Raiders. He's a Bama running back. He already sent Doug Martin packing, so we shall see what he is going to do. Gruden is loving what he sees with this kid, so so we're gonna see where this goes with them. But I think they have a great one on their hands. Besides that, we have Miles Sanders. That's why I don't think a lot of people are asking me, do you think LaShawn McCoy is going to go back to the Eagles? My answer right now is no, because it is so crowded in Philly. From what I've been reading, he is not linked to there at all. So I don't think he is going to go. He's right now he's linked to somehow still he's linked to Dallas. I don't know how he's linked to Dallas, but he's linked to Dallas. He's linked to Houston, which they need a running back in Houston. They also need Jesus at the left tackle because poor Watson is going to get demolished if he does not get help. Indy, they need a running back. They need a backup running back. Denver needs probably a third. Dallas could possibly use him. It just depends if they want to use Alfred Morris, because right now we have two. I'm in Dallas. I am a Dallas Cowboys fan. We have two, and it's Pollard and Alfred Morris. Since Zeke, I really feel like he is not going to be there week one. Raiders could use him. There's a few teams, like I said, already linked to Sean McCoy. So we shall see. But I really do think he's going to go to Houston. So, like I said, Chargers told Cardale Jones they're releasing him. This just came out from Adam Schefter. Seattle, Lynch got beat out by Geno Smith. I'm not trying to laugh, but it's pretty hilarious. But we'll talk about, like I said, we'll talk about some other rookies that I said I think will make an impact. And I already talked about, like I said, Darrell Henderson. I've already talked about David Montgomery. If you hear some laughter in the background, that is my child. I tell you every week that I have the worst babysitter. And it's true. I have the worst babysitter in North America. Devin Singleton, like I stated earlier, DK Metcalf, he plays for oops, I'm over here doing too much. Sorry. DK Metcalf plays for the Seahawks. He's going to be probably right up there. He's got to fill in for Doug Baldwin since he retired. And Tyler Lockett is going to be on the other side. So we have those two available. Those two are going to make a good team. But another receiver. Hey! Sorry. This is what happens when you do stuff at home. And like I said, you have the worst babysitter in North America. Another impact, of course, we have Kyler Murray, quarterback for Arizona. So it's a gamble. Kyler Murray did not look good under pressure. He did look kind of iffy under pressure, and so that's why I will keep a look on for him. McNeil, and Neil Harry for New England. I think he's going to do great for them. I think he is going to he played at Arizona State his last 2 seasons. He did help them to get to bowl games. Uh, in the past, Brady does not do well with rookies. So I do think he's going to get that chance to prove that he's better than those past rookies. Yes, those rookies did have go on and have great seasons, but I'm talking about his rookie season. He does not do well with rookies in their rookie season. It's, but I do think he's going to do. I think he's going to break the mold on this one. Marquise Brown for the Ravens. Um, he is the cousin of AB. He has about the same speed as his older cousin. He played for Oklahoma, averaged 18.3 yards during his college career with them. Had over 1,000 yards both seasons. I do think he's going to help Lamar Jackson a lot in his growth. I am a Lamar Jackson fan. I do think he's going to do well. A lot of people think he's going to be in that sophomore slump. I just don't see it. The Falcons, this just came out. The Falcons are giving Matt Bryant a 1-year deal. And he's like, sure, I'll take it. He came out of retirement to kick again. Good job, Matt. But like I said, this just came out Ian just said this about 50 seconds ago. Like I'm reading my Twitter as we go. But we shall see what it keeps going on. If I find anything worth talking about, I will mention it. But it's right now. So far, so you've known everything that I know. Besides Farrell Cooper that played for Arizona, he has been cut. Ignore my background because yes, we can see you and we can see him. I told you, horrible babysitter, horrible, just horrible. I'm firing my babysitter. Firing. But let's talk about next week. Next Thursday, we do have a game. We do have a game next week that we need to talk about. It's next Thursday night. It's a division game, which I'm actually kind of excited about. A lot of people don't want to talk about don't like it because it's usually how they do it is you watch the last year's defending champion world series. You could tell I have baseball on my mind. Ha 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 ha. Super Bowl champions. But this year they decided to do a little bit something different. They decided to do a rival game, which I'm all for it. Some people don't, like I said, it's not some people. I don't want to say some people. Patriots fans don't like it, but it's Packers versus Bears in Chicago. They will get it. I'm looking right now, talking about the Cowboys, but nothing really significant. Like I said, I'm reading slowly. I'm trying to figure stuff out. But let's talk about that game. Of course, you have Bears and Packers. You have to start both QBs right now. The Bears are favorite to win, and that's if you even bet on teams. Aaron Rodgers will, of course, have the better game, but I would start either QB. I actually like Mitch, even though he's probably around He's not in the top 10, probably not in the top 15 this upcoming week, but I would still start him. I would start Tariq Cohen. I would start Geronimo Allison. If you had to play, if you're playing just a Thursday night game. But if you're playing, but a Cohen is, always been one of my favorites. So definitely keep an eye on that game. Also, we could talk about a little bit of the other players. Besides him, like I said, David Montgomery, you start him. Green Bay's defense is kind of still iffy from last year. So, and it's a division game, so you never know what you're going to get with a division game. But you have to start Devontae Adams for Green Bay. That's going to be, his favorite, A-Rod's favorite target this season. If I had to choose a defense, of course, I'm choosing Bears defense. If you want to start a defense, I'm definitely starting Bears defense this game. If you have the Bears, somehow I ended up with the Jaguars for like a couple teams. So like I said, you got that. And then on the Bear side, Allen Robinson, Tariq Cohen, David Montgomery. I'm trying to think of. Now I can't even think. Ha 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 ha. Anthony Miller. I would even start him. Tyler Gabriel, maybe. But I would definitely start Allen Robinson and Anthony Miller. Anthony Miller has to prove a lot this season, so it's kind of a break it or make it kind of year for him. Let's see. Let's go back to Twitter. Let's see if there's anything happening. Like I said, I'm getting stuff, but it's like slow. But everything's going to be happening before 3 p.m. my time, 4 p.m. Eastern. Dotson, what I was telling, they were actually working on a trade for him, but then if not, they're going to release him. That's what I was reading earlier. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. Our cousin from the family pick, wrote us yesterday and asked me to help him. So I'm gonna read his draft and you can let me know. Looks like he has Thomas, Chubb, Kittle, Allen, Johnson, Ingram, Watson, Moore, Vikings defense, Tony Pollard, Gronkowski, Watkins. Looks like he has Lamar Jackson, Jones, and I can't see the last one. It's not too bad. I like it. But he did draft Thomas in the first round. You know how I feel about drafting a non-running back in the first, but he had the last pick. So I understand why he picked him up. But he did get Chubb. I like it. Yeah, so if you have any questions about that, that's, But we're still waiting for more cuts. We're still waiting for everything. Today is football day, college football day. I represent my team, Mizzou. Looks like Ohio State already has a touchdown in their first drive. I only like Ohio State just because they produced my running back, but that's about it. Next week we'll go on more in depth about all the games. I didn't want to go in more in depth because then I'll just be repeating myself. Um, I was trying to see if there was more cuts. It hasn't been nothing really significant, like besides the McCoy, um, besides anything, that I've already stated. Um, any more rookie fantasy that I haven't talked about? Let's see. I talked about AJ Brown, Marquise Brown. Actually, I talked about Marquise Brown. Sorry. Jalen Hurd. I actually picked Jalen Hurd up in San Francisco. That's going to be an interesting situation because Hurd used to be a running back, and then he switched over. He switched positions. And then Deebo Samuel is another one for the 49ers. They have two good rookie receivers, but Deebo Samuel is actually the better out of the two. He played for South Carolina. He helped them get to bowl games his 3 seasons with them. So you'll see. Riley Ridley plays for Chicago, Calvin Ridley's little brother. He's another possibility to pick up. Just we're Hawkinson is a tight end, plays for Detroit. I think he's going to actually have a great season. I'm going to say it's Fant, but I'm probably destroying his name. Noah Fant for Denver. Josh Oliver for Jacksonville. These are all, like I said, these are all rookies that I think they're going to make an impact on their team. I already stated Kyler Murray. I think Dwayne Haskins, he does show up eventually, but he's going to show up probably later in the season. It's going to probably be around after week 8. If he comes before, then it's because of injury. Same thing with Daniel Jones for the Giants. I don't think he's going to play. But if he does, it's at the end of the season. If Eli gets hurt, running backs, like I stated, I've already talked about a few of these. Tony Pollard is Ezekiel's running back, so you'll get that. I picked him up in a couple. I would not pick up Mike Weber. I don't think he's going to make the team. I think he's going to make the practice squad. I don't think he's going to make it. But it is between him and Chun. Justin Hill is another rookie running back for Baltimore. He has a good chance. I think he's going to make a difference for them up there. He'll be the backup. Darren Thompson for Kansas City. He's in a little predicament. I think he's going to make the team, but somebody's going to get cut because they have 4 running backs. Somebody's going to get cut. I just don't know who, but somebody's going to get cut up in there in KC. Elijah Holyfield, which is Evander Holyfield's son, he's playing for Carolina. He's on the cusp of making that team. So we shall see. We shall see what's going on with all these players. Most of these players, like I said, will come out today, if not later. But it is what it is. Next week, I said we'll go in depth of all the games. Just basically who to start, who not to start, who to stay away from. Because that's what's going to happen. It's going to be week 1. We've been waiting for this day for a while, for a very long time. I miss football. I miss football season. But again, next week, check me out. I'll be here. I might come on a little bit earlier just because that is my birthday weekend. So I'll probably come on at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central Time, just so I can make sure I can get in and talk about everything that I want to talk about. This week, I knew it was going to be quick just because of not too much was going on. And I want to make sure that the teams get down to the cuts down, because then if I mention somebody like, hey, pick him up, he's not there. But check me out. I do write weekly blogs. I will have my week ones out next Wednesday. I posted on Strictly Prohibited Network page, on Facebook, everywhere. I posted everywhere. So I will see you guys all next week. Peace. Go Mizzou.